Hi, this is out of April's kitchen, where everything you see comes out of, yep, you guessed it, April's kitchen. Today I'm going to be doing my first video on fibromyalgia. This is an updated version, so I hope you like it. Okay, this is an index of what we're going to be looking at in this series of fibromyalgia. This is my mother. Our journey with fibromyalgia began with her. I began noticing Mama's pain when I was still a teenager. It affected everything in her life. She wanted to do things, but she was betrayed by her own body. She liked to clean house, and she liked to keep a garden. She liked to shop and travel. When she did them, she would suffer increased pain for days after, and the pain became worse year after year. At her death, at only age 59, the pain was so severe she had to brace her body for every step she took. A sudden touch on her arm felt more like a punch. Successful treatment eluded her. Many doctors didn't believe in this physical pain, so she lived in agony and frustration. No one understood what she felt. What good was the diagnosis? With the pain, she suffered co-conditions such as depression, anxiety, hypertension, diabetes, IBS, and insomnia, to name a few. All of them relates in some way to fibromyalgia, although the link is not fully understood. Surprise! Fibromyalgia can be genetic. My sister also has it. I don't know how many years she's had it. She lived away from me for a while. She's still mobile, but she has a lot of pain, and she has several co-conditions. And this is me. Genetic strikes again. It was gradual, and I realized it about when I was going to college. I was getting exhausted, had fatigue and pain, I had the ache and the pressure points, and a lot of coexisting conditions. And I don't have enough documentation for disability yet, so that's important. And this is my daughter Hannah. Hopefully it skips her.
So what is fibromyalgia? Follow along as I read this. Fibromyalgia is considered a health condition of the nervous system. There is widespread pain and tenderness. The degree of pain can vary day to day and can become more severe over time. The kind of pain is different from other types of pain. It can be upper body, lower body, left and right sides. It is thought that overactive nerves make us more susceptible to the kinds of pain experienced in fibromyalgia patients. What causes overactive nerves? We don't know yet. There is much information about this condition that has yet to be discovered. Years ago, there was a few documented cases of people experiencing pain and other symptoms. Doctors didn't have a test that suggested a physical disease. Many believed it was a mental condition. Still today, some think these problems are in a person's head. It has only been recently that health professionals are realizing this is a true physical disease and accepting it as such.
There are a lot of possible symptoms. The three main ones are pain, chronic fatigue, and cognitive and memory problems. There are a lot of other possible symptoms. It differs for everybody. They may not even be on this list. So getting a diagnosis, what will the doctor do? According to the American College of Rheumatology guidelines, to be diagnosed with fibromyalgia, you must have pain in all four quadrants of your body. Must last at least 3 months. Tenderness or pain in at least 11 points on your body when pressure is applied. There are specific spots. However, you may not have all of them, and you may have other spots not specified in the guidelines. First, very important thing to do if you believe you have fibromyalgia is to go get that diagnosis. See a rheumatologist. It's going to take some time, but it'll be worth it in the end, hopefully. You need to make sure you get lots of documentation so that, someday if it comes to needing a disability check, you have something to tell you how bad things are. Also, we'll be visiting the rheumatologist. We'll have blood tests. You'll have a physical exam, and then hopefully diagnosis and treatment. Types of pain. Most likely you will have more than one type, such as soreness, aching, shooting, tenderness, stabbing, radiating, pins and needles, and deep. Your pain may feel like it's everywhere all at once, or it can move around. It can vary in intensity from one day to the next. Some things can make the pain worse, such as stress, overexertion, not enough sleep or poor quality sleep, depression, anxiety, cold weather. Here's a pain assessment tool to help you decide on what level your pain exists. And the doctor will probably ask you to pick a number so that they can try to judge your amount of pain. I honestly don't remember what it's like to be without pain. On my mildest days, I am a 3 on the scale. Currently, there is no cure for fibromyalgia. There isn't enough research, and if you don't fully understand the condition, how can you find a cure? But there are some things that can help. Change in your lifestyle, such as exercise and diet. And you can mentally help yourself as well by trying to reduce the stress, because that will worsen your pain. And you want to get support from your family. That is a key thing of importance. Treatment medications. No one likes to take a bunch of medicine, but that may be the way to go when nothing else is helping very much. It might not do anything but take the edge off the pain, but sometimes that helps. Doctors are really reluctant these days to prescribe narcotic pain meds because they're addictive and sometimes can do more harm than good. Also, it may help to treat the co-conditions, since things like stress, anxiety, depression, insomnia, and such can make your pain worse. It's logical to try to treat those conditions as well, and some of the medications treat more than one problem. Lyrica is one of the FDA-approved medications for fibromyalgia. It was originally to prevent seizures. It can lessen the pain and improve function, but it can be expensive and cause a lot of weight gain, among other things. There is Neurontin or gabapentin. It's used to treat anxiety, restless legs, and some types of insomnia. It works with nerve pain, which why it might help with fibromyalgia, as pain nerves may play a role. It's less expensive, and I noticed if I went off of it, my pain did worsen, so it did help take the edge off my pain. If you have to stop taking it, wean off of it because you will have withdrawal effects. My family just doesn't understand. I was pleased to discover some great ways to describe to your family how you feel. This was taken from an article by M.H. Shahid. Please pause the video and take time to read these. They're hard to hear, but they're still funny a little bit. So I hope you found this interesting. Please subscribe, Press like and share.
Here is a list of the pictures and websites I used for reference.